And I'm not so sure about the Pudge one. I guess Pudge versus Wyvern, I don't know if that's what it's considering. It's like anyone tries to get cold embraced, T-ball.
And it's with Undying again. Like it predicted the same thing last game. The pairing is solid, I guess. Keep them alive and then hook safety or hook out of position. Drop two.
Do you know what I'm really interested in though, Kevin? It's whether the teams watch this back. Because normally they watch the in-game stuff.
Guarantee you they don't watch the VODs unless they're.
But I wonder if they will now.
Like
then go, oh, we should have taken an Abaddon. Oh. And then tomorrow we're just seeing like Abaddon every game.
The only reason anyone would watch the VOD is for watching chat.
They like it when they won because they like watching the hype moments from casters too. I've definitely heard that from players.
Whoa, what is that? That's like a flying weaver that just landed on Trent's hand.
It's okay, he's gone now. That? See you, dude.
Don't like the same.
What a classic moment. That was like, what was that? And it's like, I was like, oh, where did he land? Technically with the Wyvern Curse 2, so Shadow Dance is looking a little...
10 seconds.
Have they considered liking it?
Yes, but...
Pretty good. Apparently.
Pretty good here.
I still like the Pango recommendation.
You like the Pango?
Yeah, the Slurk's kind of the same thing. It's like if you're getting ran through and get stunned and teamfight multiple times, you do tons of AoE damage that hits them regardless.
Hey, you mentioned a hero. Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker, yeah, it's in the other game.
Yeah.
And it was picked into the Lena Morph Wyvern combo over, so
could work with Wyvern setup. I mean, Wyvern ulti is great for arrow setups, but
Void is the other classic. It's actually kind of okay here too. They don't have any good chrono saves. They picked it knew all along.
See, it was ahead of us. It was already countering the counters.
The problem is that the cooldown is just, it's so long, and they have enough like range disables with like Lena. I feel like it's just not going to be that useful for a while. Or until Mirana gets lots of damage.
Turn to ban.
Good from it.
Another IM game.
Okay, Slark is literally useless at killing anti-mage.
Yeah. You can deal with the Mirana, but that's it.
Yep.
I just want to quickly update you, but those of you following the groups as you should be. Asta have won that game against Pro. Narrow win after 55 minutes.
10 seconds.
33-33.
Puts them undefeated.
It does
Through 3
make their
matches.
currently. They do have another game against. Great start by the Chinese All-Star team.
I believe there's a rumor the Chinese like to call them the T-Masters instead. Their little joke thing is called T-Masters. Team-ass.
It's Radiant's ban now.
You know how they are.
Chinese memes, best memes.
Yeah. Can't compete. Especially since we lost Jack. I mean, then it was just over. No hope.
I miss Jack.
It's okay, he's here.
I know,
we had
but
breakfast,
on here.
we chilled.
On here.
I know, but you can say hi to him.
Maybe his team will lose in groups.
Yeah, then we get
Hey, we might get him. No, that's a bad thing to say.
You want $20? Come on.
Well,
as long as he takes my slot, sure.
5
the other
seconds
game,
left.
by the way, which is over on stream. See, right now is Complexity versus 4 by game to 0 in that. I can tell you right now that they are behind game number 18. As we await the last 2 picks.
I'm so glad I'm not drafting for Evos right now.
This is tough, isn't it? I mean, okay, look, we've come up with a solution to deal with the Mirana. Oh, you've picked an anti-mage.
I will say, Nick just gave them like a shockingly long time. Okay, they'll instantly pick after using all the reserve. They just go right
so
into
the Enigma. Yeah. Let's see what's suggested.
They have.
I'm interested. What? Here, let's have a look. See, Baden, Pudge, and really? All right.
So it was a Bloodseeker for the last ban for Just in Pajamas.
Yeah, it's Bloodseeker for last pick.
The last
10
ban.
seconds.
Sorry, yes, last ban for NIP.
5 seconds left.
No, like
Only
I'm talking
Trent
to
can
the
see.
stream viewers.
Yeah, only
you know.
Trent can see. Well, let's go with the Pudge then, right? Or the Ember.
Choose your hero.
I mean,
Ember I am.
I kind of like it because it's difficult to gank. It doesn't have a lot of. They have like some like arrow setup stuff, but outside of that, they don't have very reliable disable stuff on him. He can interrupt and lock T-Mage. He doesn't really kill anti-mage well because he's like all magic damage, but maybe it'll do something interesting. I'm not a fan.
And our pressure lane into an anti-mage. We're maybe with the Undying, I guess they'll probably send him down there.
Would you like some straws to clutch at? I think I have some around.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty rough, isn't it, still?
Oh, weird. It's supposed to be a Lycan or a Pudge.
Right.
Ah, okay, here. Thank you. I need a little bit of assistance here.
Here's the synergistic view, as it were. 40% synergy on NIP. 0 synergy for EVOS's lineup right now. Although plenty of threat.
I'm very curious to see what the cores are for EVOS. Are they going to try and use like an Ogre core in combination with the Lina, and then like just pile a bunch of damage on him in the laning phase? That looks like it must be the plan, and then they secure the Slark with the Undying.
But it's like it's all magic harass against the anti-mage anyways. Like,
well, I mean, in lane at least, it's, the magic's still pretty effective there.
Until he gets level 2, then it's like done. It feels weird.
Do you know what? I'm just going to let these two carry on kind of figuring it out, because this one's a tough one. But we'll come back to them after this game instead. Let's head over to your commentary team. Kyle and Holy Pixel waiting for you to bring you the final game of the day.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. Yes, game 2 now coming up between NIP Boss. And we're seeing some new hit. We've got a Slark coming through from the boys on EVOS. They look to try and make that one work. And also, so far, looking at what the players are taking, it is indeed the pounds. There's going to be a core Ogre Magi. We're going to see Avil the last game. NIP, though, they're coming in once more. They're saying, Ace, you did well game 1. We're going to let you do it again game 2. They get that anti-mage into the draft. I've said this is a hero that and Slark's not going to have a lot of fun against.
After they saw this Beastmaster. You know what? I'm just kidding. It's good. I think the Tree and Ogre are those two heroes. Offlaners, even though they're traditionally cores. And this Ember Slark reminds me of, dare I say, like the C deck, the Wings, TI5 and 6.
They were pretty good teams.
Yeah, you have this.
Did right with it.
Yeah, you have this support Lina, support Visage type hero, tons of lockdown with an Ember and a Slark to provide the reach. It's not an easy game for them to win, but they're at least in a position now where if they get ahead of the early that advantage in the game, they can really just dominate the map. Previous game, now they have Ember Slark. It's a
Let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into this one. Game 2 of NIP versus EVOS. Match where already saw certainly struggle against the anti-mage. I mean, sort of looking at the draft as a whole, do you feel that they have a better chance of dealing with the anti-mage, or would you say it's actually going to be a little bit harder this game?
Not sticklers.
I think it's gonna. They have a real stun. They have Ember Lina. Until Manta, very easy for them to take out an anime. Ember specifically has got to go off. Very difficult. And it's also a BK for the AM. When he gets those two items, it's near impossible to take those lineup and have that hard lockdown.
The battle begins.
I'm talking about BKB games as well, of course, the Enigma as well. Once he gets it, nothing to cancel the black hole this game. EVOS's lineup.
This is one of the reasons I've been super high on Enigma coming to this tournament. Said he'd be a game winner, and so far I feel like I've seen him just win games, because you need to adjust the BKB or it becomes this scary win condition. If you do, you can always just change to more of that fight tempo based.
See how what sort of lane. So as we say, with this core Ogre, he's going to head down bottom with the Lina, look to start to push some early game pressure onto the anti-mage, and so goes straight in. Starts getting some good few hits onto Ace. Blast will come out onto Blychu, but a decent amount of damage done. Another Light Strike comes out onto PPD. Fire Blast as well. As the bullying certainly begins from Feel and Blychu, but Ace Salves up, comes back in and actually able to get the kill onto Veal, so a little unsuccessful with the aggression there, EVOS, as they give up first blood to NIP.
It's a lot unsuccessful. It's pretty devastating. They took way too much damage from creeps in the tower. That's like...
It's a rough start. It's a rough start, especially in this lane where you've taken these two down here to really sort of shut down Ace. Just sort of allowing him to get involved with that first blood already. PPD hits level 2. Curse, and he starts back. I burst already active burn, and Blychu, just these constant splinter blasts coming out from PPD. Lina very, very low.
This is not...
Just if the lane couldn't get any worse. Ace gets onto Blychu. This, I feel like this dual lane is already over.
Yeah, it is. You need to play this very differently if you're Lina Ogre. You want to ensure you don't trade auto attacks with AM. You want to kind of always have a little bit more pressure so that you can just stun lock him, hit him a bit, chill, pull creeps back, burn through his regen faster than your own. If you end up trading this many auto attacks, like Ogre is out of mana. What is he now? He's a creep. There's no pressure on the AM anymore. Peter gets a free pull. Top lane, it's Enigma against the Slark. There's nothing you can really do in this lane. 10-6 versus 7-0.
And how's the mid lane? 14 for 4 against 10 for 2. So this is the lane. Facer getting a good opening. Then, he's an Ember. Once he sort of gets the 6 first time in, we can potentially see him make rotations across the map. He's got to hope that he keeps himself heading right for mid. Fada. Be fine. Facehugger. There's a leap available on Fada if he wants to go for it. Keeps the distance. Facehugger can't quite close the gap with the Flame Guard, but both the heroes will survive. Leap's going to be back up in a second if Fada wants to risk it and go back in after the Flame Guard finishes if the Ember doesn't start to heal up, but he's got the salve. He's able to... Facehugger will be fine. Self.
It's such a hard Slark game, man. They picked 2 of the hard. Let alone when there's 2 cores left for the other side to pick up.
Oh no, not again. Bottom lane, Ace gets another kill onto Blychu. Up top, Saxa's got the mango. One more punch on Whitemon would do it, but Saxa, he hesitated. Hesitated with the right click there, and that's actually going to be the Whitemon. He's going to be the one to take the kill out of the trade. Top soon. Gold going, the Whitemon's dying. Ace's farm continues. 2-0-1 on this anti-mage at 4 minutes in lane. Dream scenario for Ace. Veal and Blychu trying to do their best to deal with just PPD's Wyvern. Facehugger, we love that regen. Fada is not going to let him take it. Sleight of Fist as well misses. So Fada's going to get the full benefit out of that regen rune as well.
Blade as well gets the leap into the queue. Continue harassing down Facehugger, who I believe, also. You're gonna have anti-mage problems again. You're gonna have Enigma problems. You have nothing once again to address these 2 cores.
I mean, we'll see again this replay. Could Saxo have got this? I feel like he hesitated on the right click, or was I wrong? He has one in. He backs away.
Yeah,
if he stayed, he punched him. I think he would have punched him before the Decay was down. You don't think so?
Nah. He attacks just deceptively slowly.
Yeah, I guess with the backswing sort of. Well, yeah. Ace down bottom, comes across. Anna's already been Veal, so
how does that even work?
Kill. So the bounty down bottom, but overall, was also able to find 2, actually able to find 3 themselves. So EVOS getting 3 of the 4 bounty runes. 5-minute mark, and that will keep them level overall in net worth. They are only just less than 1k behind, so still keeping themselves pretty even across the map. Just sort of the fact that even is not going to cut it, as we saw last game. They were able to keep themselves on par. It was with an anti-mage draft, and we say this game an anti-mage draft is even more.
3-3 is 250 gold away from a help with the Dominator. It's 5 minutes in. Slark has a hard enough time playing against just Eidolons and a Tiny. You're gonna throw in what creeps he got? A skeleton?
Take us.
They're gonna kill this tower by 10 minutes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Incredibly aggressive. Saxon's there as well. Whitemon will come in. Two of them. They do have the avalanche down. The Logic healed up by the Sora. TP coming in as well from the Lina to make sure the Saxon 33 can't go any deeper. Turn towards Whitemon. Decay, so a lot of strength. Light Strike Array comes out onto the two of them. EVOS forcing back both Saxon and 33. Saxon turns with the toss. The pounce is there from the Logic. Jumping in. Light Strike Array is not going to connect onto Saxon. Doesn't matter though. Dragon Slave finishes off the kill. They get Saxon.
Never mind, that's not a core tiny. Look at how many resources they had to expend to teleport. All the mana on Lina almost. And that was only possible thanks to a miracle pounce, my logic as well. Bottom lane, just an out of mana ogre. Suffering.
This Korra couldn't do in this sort of situation.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Too worried about dying.
Radiant's top tower ain't
Mana
looking
Void
too
stairs. He's
steady.
decent amount of it.
Dire's structures are
Well,
fortified.
in terms of actually slowing down
Dire's
Ace or causing
bottom
any
tower is
issues for the
under attack.
anti-mage.
From your grasp.
So that's a bit of a different story as a struggle in that case. Mid lane CS continues to be pretty even between Fodder and Facehugger. Slight lead for Fodder in terms. Nice. Sort of extra level, but Facehugger is any sort of threat.
Dire's bottom tower.
Fodder's aggression.
Don't look good.
Just feels like you're already in a tough spot. You need this Ember to just take over the
He's
game.
got to do something.
He just desperately needs a rune, but he just hasn't been able to find one. They're doing a really good job. NIP, Milan always top rune.
This could be a good break for them as Ace blinks into this, tries to use his TP to get out of it, is not going to escape. Mana Void is not there in time, so hey, that's great.
Yeah.
They kill the anti-mage, and he already used a TP, so he's going to have to make the walk back to lane. That's a good bit of time where they don't have to worry about that anti-mage farming.
But then you look up top, and this is a big issue for EVOS because once this tower dies, like last game where the AM had a free game, nothing can stand to an Enigma, especially if he hits level 6. And he's just going to live in this top area of the map, farm 3 of the Dire jungle camps, and constantly pressure. Where's Slark supposed to go?
Yeah, where does Slark go? I was just about to ask you that.
Be Radiant's
Home?
top
Where does he
rubble.
go?
Mid lane?
Dire's top tower.
I mean, he's just this is a miserable Slark game.
Still not hit that level 6, and farm this lane against a level.
Even though AM has died twice, still even.
Smoke. 3 would be a lovely. Is top CS, top network.
Because
They get that Enigma.
the Enigma's the real win condition for NIP, because when he hits BKB, that's the timing you really get afraid. The Anti-Mage you can deal with. You at least have some answers, but I'm very concerned with how they actually deal with Enigma. They need to keep making plays like that happen. Ember is top net worth. I need him to stay there for the rest of the game. I hope desperately he's not going for this bots build that we've seen so popular. There we go. Yeah, he's got to go the Ana style. Treads, Maelstrom, maybe a Blink. Play active and be the strongest hero on map from now until victory. That's the way that EVOS takes the game. NIP, you just gotta chill, keep playing 3 lanes, and try not to have any mishaps.
Yeah, he's going to
Keep your cores
at the
alive.
moment, he's got Treads, Maelstrom, and the Lincoln's queued. I mean, do you like? So obviously, we'll see if he does actually. Bit long build. Is Lincoln's that good this game?
Lincoln's is fine if he's really ahead. I don't like it as And I don't expect him to keep it as Lincoln's unless he does have that critical advantage. You need like a 3K net worth.
Crazy.
It's a comfort item. And they got the ward on top shrine as well. That's big. Makes it a lot more difficult to play aggressively in this top lane. Level 6, and again, they always have answers to the AM. And another thing about this Ogre in the bottom lane, he is strong enough to force Ace to just get out of this lane. Even though they might not have played the bottom lane optimally, it's nice that they can at least apply pressure and ensure Ace doesn't have another free. Just goes on time.
I'm on leading in. Find time for the rest of the team to come through. Take a lot of damage from these Eidolons. There as well. 33 still. One zombie on it.
Middle tower is under attack.
To hunt. 33 goes straight for the TP out. Obviously nothing.
Dire's middle tower is
themselves out of that top lane.
The bottom. TP's in. Invis. They know it though. Lina was there to scout out. They also have a nice ward that saw the shrine. Good vision placed thus far by Evos.
Still hanging around though, Evos. As you say, they know that Fada is down here. Jump forward, arrow down as well as Flychu. He's just going to get bursted by the two of them. They knew that was there. Maybe not expecting the Mirana to consistently stick around and look for the kill, but it cost them the life of Flychu.
Top slug now, obviously. First here, they need Ember to be involved. That's the key. I'd like to see Lina play the mid wave, if anything, and have Ember looking to connect. Because you can see Enigma up top.
Here they go. They get a good Maui cast. They got a good shot at finding this Remnant in. Not enough damage, or is it with the Ignite? Oh, it's got him! The Ignite just enough to find that kill.
I can't believe they hit that.
I thought that it must have been a few HP in it, that Ignite just being enough to tick down the anti-mage. Not every day you sort of see anti-mage die to a magical dot like that. He did.
I'm surprised at the skill build. He put just comfort point and spell shield.
Would have potentially saved him in that situation.
It would have saved. I mean, the
the
entire damage output of Evos right now is magical.
Oh yeah, sure.
Top 3 in some trouble, but just pushing his limits. Pressures the tower, does some damage. He's going to escape unscathed. That's 4 heroes pursue. This is the thing, though. This is nice with this Ogre here. He just gets to play this bottom lane, and you don't really ever want to gank him because it's a real pain. And he went Midas.
Oh, I was going to say his attack speed did look pretty crazy there as he punching for the creeps. His top lane, Tombstone's going to be dropped down. Jump forward from a Logic. They'll find 33. Evos, 40 minutes in. They're doing a... I thought it would be a lot tougher for them this game against the anti-mage, but so far it's looking like a big step up from game 1.
I mean, they have answers.
They've got a Slark at the top of net worth.
They don't have a worthless Beastmaster this game. I don't care if Ogre's done nothing but chill in this bottom lane. He has Midas. He just got his 90 GPM talent, and he's on Radiance.
I want to do the maths here. How much damage is a tick of Ignite doing? 30, 14, 14. Oh, that must have been literally just enough. Yeah. He was on 14 HP, and I think it was taking away 14 or 15 each time. He was literally 1 HP, just enough to kill him.
Calculated.
Oh, that was close.
I'm actually leaning Evos at this point if they can keep up the aggression.
There's 3 cores at the top of the net worth. One of them is a Slark. It's 2018. If you've got a Slark at the top net worth, you're in a great place. He's nearly got the money for a Shadow Blade. Yeah. This is just, it really is such a step up from what we saw in game 1 already from Evos.
I was leaning NIP because, you know, looking at the draft, they don't have a real ability to make plays, but I thought they were so strong they could just sit in lanes, but they've died so much and Ogre's so farmed. All 3 cores are...
You see there, a bit of a poke and a prod from NIP in an attempt to start something, but they end up having to back off. Don't want to try and fight into this. Of course, as this all goes on, 33 continues to get step base down bottom. He's going straight for the BKB after the helm, as we talked about. Once he has that, they have to be super careful in the fights. Evos, as you know, we've got 3 melee cores going in, 4 if you count the Ember, but a lot of the time he's going to be sitting on the sidelines, but definitely potential for 33 to find big black holes with the helm and the BKB.
And the de-warding as well in the Dire Jungle has been so important for them. That's what's kicked Enigma down to this bottom lane.
There we go. That's what they think of the largest Ogre. They jump through, get the kill. Arrow won't connect onto Flytube, but they know he's there. Goes for the TP out, and he'll make it. Nothing to cancel it in time. Flytube's out. Bottom lane 33's got his eyes on this. He's looking for the walk-in. It's about the black hole. Won't quite drop it as the Logic's able to pounce away. In fact, the Logic now are looking to go back in. The black hole is still there, though.
He'll cool down for a few more seconds.
See what 33's reaction is going to be this. He drops the Midnight Pulse. Drops the black hole. The Soul Rift's there. Logic's still alive for now. There's the backup from Face Face Ogre and Whitemon as they keep their Slark safe and alive, and they get the kill onto 33. And that's the black hole now gone.
It is, but at the same time, 33 is fine with that. That forces the rotation. Look top. They're going to keep pushing this tier 2, but Ogre shows up, level 3 Bloodlust. And this is what's so annoying about this Dota mechanic, where you just do a little bit of damage to creep waves from within 800 units, and all of a sudden, the creeps chase you.
Look at this, the Midas into the Radiance.
Oh, yeah. It's the secret to offlaning. I mean, this got Sumail, like... You know, this was his offlane strategy for 6 months, right?
Just a multitude of heroes. You just, if you can get away with this,
and you can get away with it. You can get away with it every game. Let's be realistic. If you can buy 4 Battle Furies, Owen, you can buy Midas Radiance.
That's true. Not just Radiance. Ace, how are we doing on the Battle Fury? It's certainly not going to be the same sort of timing that we saw in Game 1. Game 1, he got it at 15 minutes and 55 seconds. This time around, it's already a couple of minutes. At least going to be later.
And not just that, it's not a game where it's not a free game. Like
they can hunt him, they can find him.
See it, but he's taking that one less wave, that one less creep camp, because he's susceptible to dying now to any 2 stunts.
They don't get the chains connection. Unfortunate there with the RNG in control. Now the arrow comes in, Face Ogre's in trouble. The burst, they've got a Soul Rip with the helm of the Dominator creep with the Sentinels there to stun. Flychu tries for the TP out, won't make it. Mana Voice there from Ace to cancel it. As Flychu, he'll fall as well. NIP able to punish EVOS for coming around and looking for a kill onto 33.
I don't know if you make that play without Slark. You want to make these... It's tough to play this style, but you want Slark being the one that's actually finding these kills.
He sees Mirana leaving. He knows 33 doesn't have a black hole. Doesn't have the damage, though. He's now come through. Logic's got to get himself out. Should be able to do so. In terms of catch from a long range, it's pretty much cursed. That's it. So the Logic is out. Back to safety. Look at this again.
This is fine.
If they got the change there, they would have got the kill. They had the Laguna, they had the burst.
But that's just not a play you want to make. If Slark's connecting now instead of 10 seconds from now, he's preventing that Mirana leap in. He's forcing this fight on favorable terms, but at the same time, Ogre's top with Might is going Radiance. Is this really where you want to play? He's getting there.
He's 3,300 towards the Relic. Avil.
Is this really the play, though? This is something you see in, like, North American Dota queuing at 7 a.m. US West. I'm not sure...
I thought you liked the Midas Radiance.
I like it. I mean, look,
you like it, but you don't think it's...
I like everything that works.
Sure. Yeah.
If it works, I loved it the whole time.
There is comfort.
If the game goes like I think it's gonna go, I don't know.
Because I mean, with the Midas Radiance, where do you go from there on an Ogre Magi?
I have no idea. What do you expect me to know? I'm not that much of an expert on.
He's gonna.
What's your guess? You probably have more expertise in this area than I do, realistically.
Surely you just want to get a BKB after it. I know all the Aghanims if you want to be truly good. I mean, you got to get an Aghs at some point, sure. I don't know what he's going to go for, though. Maybe Bling?
Midas, Radiance, Blink.
I'd do it. That would be my build. I'd be like, I've got a Radiance. Now I need to farm faster so you get the Blink, move around the camps. Why not? Very interested to see what our boy Bill will bring.
I'm disappointed, though.
Yeah.
Midas
under attack.
off cooldown, not being used.
Here we go. The smoke. Smart fun Curry on the way back. Oh no, the fan of Eel. He gets his relic though. He's all good. He doesn't mind dying. He's picked up the relic. He spent his gold. He's happy to die.
No dust.
Well, they've got the sentry down here around though. So they have got the controller sacks. Can he get himself out of range of the sentry? There's another one down. But he's still walking and keeping the distance, and they don't have any further detection indeed, so Saxa will be fine. He doesn't have a TP, actually, but he has spent his money. Saxa's picked up the Blink Dagger. That's all done. So he might have a bit of trouble. He's going to.
I worked as a courier.
That was what the, I believe they were like the completing components of the Echo Saber for the Slark.
No, he's gonna run into... Oh, what a player. This is the new Dota right here.
Oh, he might die to the Ember, though. And he does.
I mean, he was going to die.
Yeah, but he wanted to at least die to the tower. You know, that's nice for Face Hugger. That's 439 gold.
It's funny, Bushido now.
That gave him the money for his Blink.
Yeah.
Slark, what's he got? So Echo Saber, he had it complete, but it was Courier, so he's going to have to wait a bit of time for that. Take the attack. Did you like that, Slark? You know, take the attack speed over the over the lifesteal. I always feel tempted for the lifesteal. 20% lifesteal is a lot.
Dude, attack speed is what a Slark's bread and butter. That means more agi stacks, more damage.
Yeah.
Lifesteal in a game where you can't actually man up. You're playing against Enigma AM.
Sure.
You need to deal damage stat.
Oh, I like that. You know, they're 33. He could have maybe just gone for the straight up black hole because he had it, but he was worried that there'd be more behind him because he didn't expect Logic to sort of go for those aggressive plays on his own. Now towards the mid lane. In fact, Facehugger, he found PBD elsewhere on the map. They got the Fire Blast down, multicast there onto the Tiny. Ace turns towards the Logic. He's got the Shadow Dodge. He's not getting away. The black hole for what? Didn't need it, but he popped the BKB, so he said, well, I might as well use it.
Hey, you got to.
I mean, I'm going to look like a fool if I BKB and don't black hole. Doesn't matter if he's dead. I'm going to do it anyway.
They removed offensive tipping. Oh, and you got to adapt.
The BM black hole, I like it. Get that slot. Lark's gone. Losing a couple of heroes written 12-10. It's very close. Very close indeed. But as we can see, Ace has taken the top spot in net worth and will continue to rise higher and higher with this anti-mage and Manta style very close to being complete. 1k away.
Oh, winner's curse. Oh, no. Won't cool down that. That's so lucky.
Oh, if that was there, yeah. It looks like PPD did use that in an attempt to save himself earlier when he was going to off Lightshoe. Gets healed up by the Soul Rip. Won't save him again. The Chains combo missing. Oh, no, he saved it. Sorry. It just went for the slide. Goes for the easy setup. Goes for the Remnant to close the gap. Keeps the Chains for that one.
Radiance online. Here it comes. Oh, nope. Courier's dead. Just kidding.
But when that Courier's alive, they're going to get a nice power spike. Echo Saber's out then. Radiance is going to be out.
Game changer.
Regeneration.
Very close to the start. He might go Radiance. I think he's gonna go Radiance Agonist, right? He's gonna because he wants to get the Ags as a core ogre, surely.
I have no idea. Absolutely none. I think you just all in. Once you get the Radiance, he's gonna TP back for it. I'm really curious to see what he queues up. Do you go Aether Lens? Do you just?
No, you're definitely not Aether Lens. You either go Ags,
just BKB, man.
Yeah, I told you.
There you go.
I told you, bro. I'll get the blink after the Radiance so you can jump around and farm even quicker. Is that me? Avil, the legend. He knows the build.
Oh, top lane. AM.
Oh, they're not going to kill him. He's got too much magic resistance. He's out of there with a quick blink. And with the Manta Star, very hard to catch. Of course, he's going for the same build as the last game, going for the Agonist. But yeah, this Ogre. Oh, they got the arrow. Logic gone. So we're also hunting. Facehugger's coming. His side.
He did go for the blink. I like that. But see, that's where he's got to be the one trying to find these kills on aim. But it's getting difficult now. The Manta means Ember's no longer a real threat, long as Ace is very disciplined, ensures he keeps that to be his defensive.
This is all part. They're playing around the Ogre. They're making sure Avil gets the space.
That might be the first time that's ever been uttered on a professional Dota 2 cast, Owen. I don't think that's how it works.
What?
3,300.
I swear, it's the first match. I swear we've seen Ogre. Isn't Ogre really never got a Radiance?
Owen,
isn't that crazy? I mean, I've done it multiple times. I mean, these pros need to catch up with what's hot, quite literally. This is the build. You know, Midas, Radiance, and then the Blink. I mean, this is the game winner. This is the game winner for EVOS. I
can just imagine.
You're a better anti-mage. Look at this anti-mage. He's like, oh, he's not got much HP. You got this big beefy Ogre jumping in. He's so badass that he's on fire. Oh, no. Oh, he's going to be fine, though. They don't have the damage to kill off the Logic. In fact, the Logic, Shadow Dance will be okay. Doesn't have any detection to fight back at 33 up top. Saxa gets nuked down by the Laguna Blade. BKB's been popped by Fada, but he's on the retreat. Ace does manage to jump in, finish off the kill onto a Logic. Back towards mid. Facehugger. Setups there. Chains controlling the Mirana. He's already used the BKB, so he'll fall. They've got the burst. They'll take a 2-for-1 across the map. EVOS.
I just can't believe Ogre's second net worth. I just,
that's the Radiance minus Ogre for you. He's going to farm.
I don't know, man. I think if I'm his teammates, I'm going to be real upset after this game. Ember has played a hell of a game once again.
Why? He's going to win you the game.
How? What does Radiance even do? Enigma has a BKB. AM is Anti-Mage. Like, what? It's not a PL. If there was a PL, then sure, I'm with you.
The mischance. AM's not going to buy a MKB. And you can't underrate that mischance. What's he got? He's probably got some sick talents that benefit having a Radiance. No, he doesn't. Okay.
90 damage.
90 damage. He's going to... Wait, you take the 40... What does he get after the Blink? Come on, what would I get? Got to get in the mind of myself. Midas, Radiance, Blink. I mean, I would get Octarine. But then I feel like you got to get Ags first. You would definitely get Ags. You get Ags, Octarine. Oh no, it's the wrong build. He's going Greaves.
Guys, I'm sorry.
That's definitely the wrong build.
No, I like this because you get to the point where you're so farmed, you've taken so much of the map, your team is pissed at you, and you're like, all right, guys,
now I'll buy
you a Greaves.
I mean, that's true. It boosts the morale.
It's good here too.
You know, if my teammates see me go Midas, Radiance, Blink, and then, as you say, you're getting a Greaves, suddenly
you can't be mad about that.
The flame starts to sort of let off. They're like, it's all right, boys. He's buying Greaves.
It synergizes with the draft. They've got a lot of sustain. If you can keep your Ember Slark alive, they should be able to carry a match for you.
And
he turned the Radiance off. He's being sneaky.
And of course,
now he's out of mana.
With the Greaves, it's really good with the Radiance because you burn them and you heal your team. You know, it's next level. A little bit of time. Level 17.
I could have.
NRP looking towards Roshan. Arrow comes in, ready with the setup. EVOS going to be able to do anything about this. There is no black hole, but EVOS are all elsewhere on the map.
This is the strength of Anti-Mage, where he burns the mana off the Ogre, and all of a sudden you have this window where you know that Ogre can't get involved, and if you force the Roche right now, it's free.
Or change the spell. Let's go for BKB instead. So screw the team. They're already annoyed at me. Nothing's going to solve this situation. I'm building for myself. Get that BKB online. Himself into the fight and not have to worry about his mana being taken away.
Yep. This is the NIP timing. They have Aegis, BKB Blink Enigma, BKB on Mirana, the Wyvern with the Blink, AM about to finish Ags with the Aegis. Like, you can't actually deal with these cores anymore, so if you don't burst them 100 to 0, and that's so hard when you don't have any pure lockdown. Their initiation is a blinking Ogre.
Multi-cast gets the triple. There's going to be Ace getting the heals from the Wyvern as the Cold Embrace comes down. Illogic being focused, he's out of mana. There's no escape for the Slug. The Slug's gone. The chains do connect onto the Anti-Mage. Avil coming back in with a Fire Blast onto PPD. The curse holds him in place. BKB's come out from both Fodder and 33. They are going to now retreat under cover of the Moonlight Shadow. The chains, they've got the connection. 33 looks to turn the Laguna Blaze there. Bursts him down. A Fire Blast from Avil catches out PPD as well as EVOS strike back hard. They may have lost their Slug, but they get 2 kills and they force back the aggression of NIP, despite them being the ones that got the Roshan and got the Aegis. He had to back up.
Good trade, though. I mean, not ideal, but they save the Enigma Black Hole cooldown so that they won't. It doesn't just block it, it reflects it back. I can see your mind. I know what you're queuing up as next.
I pick Anti-Mage recently. It's good fun hero. Not a fun hero against the team. No, not the Ogre.
Anyone but him.
For 69 seconds, and the worst part as well, that cooldown for 50 seconds of that death.
Dire's top tower is under
Efficiency will be lost. See, Aces now continuing to increase jumps forward for face.
Love the discipline too. Saves the Manta. You know, he's not feeling pressure. He'd see the Lina. He was close by.
Does still go for the Lincolns this game. Mid lane.
Yeah, unfortunate creep wave, but that would have been a sure arrow landed to kill.
He's gonna be, unless they want a black hole for this. But doesn't quite see him. Doesn't want to risk it.
No need. They blow the cooldown. Slark can't really commit to a fight anymore. He has no BKB. 20 gold.
Dire's middle tower is taking a dirt now. Dire's tower is under attack.
Basically back to Tiger, and there is that Aghanim's complete. I should say they do have the damage if they can focus down Ace or 33 to straight up, but might still got that Aegis to worry about for just about a minute more. That Ace has got that.
Such a good play though. They get the tier 2 top and mid. Now they're going to be backdooring the bottom. they don't have enough time on Aegis to really threaten the high ground, and it's just a risky engagement because of all the cheap spells that Evos can throw out. Like, you're going to go high ground, but there's a slight chains, there's an Ogre stun, there's a Lina stun from miles away, and all of it.
Compared to whatever it costs. So he's a positive. He up towards Evos' jungle.
It is the same as the previous game, where if they can get to the super late game, Evos should be able to take this, but the X factor is always the 3-3 Enigma.
No, there's the jump onto the Undying. That's an Undying gone for a potential team fight, so Evos have to be careful and not look to try and find anything 40 seconds, as NIP know that they're going to start pushing straight down the mid lane with that Undying gone.
Dire's middle tower's in trouble.
Good duration still, all the double damage.
Top tower ain't looking too steady.
Pushes on, he's got that shield coming fodder as well.
Dire's middle
Skibby has been finished on the Ogre. Ace, take away that tier 3 tower. Not get punished for it.
Clinical game. Really well done by NIP. They use that Aegis to pretty much peak efficiency. They get 4 towers, one of them being a tier 3, now a 5th, and then they can go for shrines whenever they desire.
Dire's bottom tower's getting pushed around. Radiant are scanning
towers,
for
more and more objectives, more and more money for Ace and gang.
Hey,
it's just so difficult. You need to kill the Enigma, but you also need to find the Wyvern, or he's going to peel. The AM is a threat to kill anyone on your team, and the Mirana of Fata.
He's doing a lot of damage.
He's older BKB. I mean, that is not a joke.
Gosh, spawning jump happen. They're using a logic to show in that middle lane. Hoping that NIP go for some sort of half-hearted attempt onto him, but Ace NIP keeping themselves safe. Ace continues to farm.
is under attack.
And does have the money for the full Abyssal Blade. Going on it. Secret shop here. They might
Dire's bottom
got
shrine is under
going to be used. They've got the jump, but Ace is already out. Links away. Inz is only going to be onto an illusion. Now Evos have to be very careful because NIP, they want to fight. 33, he's heading forward. Get the stun onto Avil. Avil gets the chance for the BKB. 33 goes for his own BKB, but there's the Laguna Blade. Comes through. Cold Embrace keeps 33 safe. Ace bursts down 2 with the Mana Void. Finds Avil as well. The Winter's Curse holds down another, allowing Ace to jump in, drain the mana with the Mana Drain, get Illogic. Facehugger jumped in. He was able to find the kill onto 33, but his own life surely is going to be cost as NIP get the team wipe. Triple kill for Ace, as Evos just couldn't get out quick enough as a failed attempt to move in for the kill. Ends up in them losing the entire lineup. Only Ember Spirit with a buyback available. The rest are going to have to sit at the sidelines whilst NIP moves straight to the mid lane and look to take these racks away.
That is the team fight of NIP right there in a nutshell. If you don't find a pick-off immediately, you will be wiped. And even though the Enigma ult was relatively worthless, Ace has no answer. And the Mana Void actually hit the Slark for 1500 damage as he tried to walk past his friendly Lina. And that's 2 racks.
Dire's top tower might be going down.
Be it unless do anything with just the 3 of them up in a second.
Top tower ain't a tower
Ace just pushing too fast to deal with. Melee Rex gone on the top lane. Evos unable to hold on to the base there. 13k lead, but NIP well and truly back. See them the stats, just where the anti-mate. They're 10k gold farmed up from the lane creeps. Nothing on Evos
shrine is under attack.
Close to pairing with that.
Dire's bottom shrine is falling. Nothing lasts forever.
We'll smoke up. Need a big play, and they're going to try the best to find, but Ace has already jumped in. He's got the control onto Avil. The Ogre's burst down. Avil just had the buyback. He's going to have to use it. Tombstone's dropped down, but Fada's in with the BKB on top of the Undying. They'll pick up a mega kill streak from him. They do lose the Tiny on the side. BKB's out. Winter's Curse is going to be down, as now NIP are starting to retreat. Avil, can he find the stun or the opening onto Ace? He can't. Ace is able to blink out from the tree line. Blightju tries to find a Light Strike array, but Ace just a little too speedy. Brought back both Avil and Whitemon. That fight, getting the Tiny. Rest of NIP going out unscathed. He's level 25 now. closer and closer to have money for his butterfly on top of this Abyssal Blade. Quite invincible. EVOS's lineup. Have at this stage of the game, Etherland's now picked up PPD, so the Winter's Curse is going to be even easier for him to find from a mile off.
But Avil, latest Radiance GPM talent, eventually he'll get that cheap stick, only 5,000 gold away.
Extra 40 strength. He is a tanky boy. The tube jumps on, Avil comes in, but there's the black hole from 33. Holds the two of them down. Manavoid comes down onto Avil. BKB's been popped by a Logic, but they've got the physical to fight through it. As 3 dead on EVOS. They couldn't quite kill off PPD either as well, as he has the Cold Embrace to keep himself safe. Butterfly is done on the anti-mage. The Abyssal Blade dropped down onto an Undying. Whitemon trying to TP back to safety, but will not get himself away. They will buy back on Vlychu. They do have a buyback available on a Logic, but it would just be the 3 of them looking to hold against the 5-man push of NIP. As they come down the middle lane, look to threaten the game, as they'll go straight towards the tier 4s. They know that they've got the push. They know that this anti-mage has sort of hit critical mass. EVOS don't have any answers to him now at this stage, as 1 tier 4 is taken. The second tier 4 being beat down by NIP, jump forward and out by Facehugger, trying to keep them off, and indeed GG well played will be called. EVOS tap out as NIP do secure themselves the 2-0 in this series against EVOS.
Not much to say about that one. I don't know if we've ever seen anything like that in the history of Dota.
Oh, I mean, so the first time we saw the Radiance Ogre in competitive, we've certainly had.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is getting pushed around. Dire's doing that glowy thing. Not the... Hey, where's Dire's bottom tower?
То, что они показывали с Big Troy, с Террорблейдом. Тайлер нафармит, Тайлер выиграет игру. Все очень просто. Давайте немножечко подождем Тайлера.
Ну, Седлера в этой игре отличный старт. Думаю, что даже на Блутикере, когда он довольно быстро начинал, у него было в игре против НИП довольно быстрый Radiance. Не особо, можно сравнить с этой. Все-таки к 12-й минуте он имел уже Гвокила плюс Battle Fury, и к 18-й уже Манту сверху, и, видимо, половина скади уже сейчас есть, если нету ничего готового.
Паша, опа, залетает внезапно Некрофост, нашли. Бабока залет не самый удачный, 15 геймпэк, падает по одному, этого хватает, чтобы бить Пашу. Паша словил косу, очень надолго в таверн промазал. О, троих стагеров, поражение должно быть, байбека, Дарксир, Паша. Здесь выходит Манки Кинг, включает буков команды, центровый Рамзес тем временем съел Бейна, кто против кого. Давайте смотреть, Манки Кинг справится ли, его еще пробивает ноубан, платформы Манки Кинг, еще один банк, полувремя, касается, Тайлер погибает тем временем. XS остается один, Ghost Shroud. И жечь всех, Роджер снова агрит, падает тем временем Бруда и накрывают таких success, смогут ли его забрать. Работают деспульсы, здорово, но все-таки это минус.
Напоследок. Шикарно, шикарно. Ну, никто не ждал блинка от Роджера.
Роджер просто выиграл тот замес.
Конечно. Ну, видимо, все время мониторили Акса, все время смотрели, что он еще один фраг, неужели?
Госсептер, Паут, по бокам.
И еще один слаймданк, отлично. Никто не ожидал, что Роджер уже с блинком, но и видно, следили за ним внимательно, пристально, но вот как-то не уследили, и теперь, ну, довольно большой переворот в пользу Virtus.pro.
Да,
по деньгам сравнялись. бежал на сапоге и пытался кого-то поджечь, заагрить. В общем, было не так убедительно, но сейчас совсем другое дело.
Сейчас вообще все хорошо. У меня такой вопрос, а сколько байбеков потратили для Virtus.pro?
Virtus.pro выкупался в Фурион, выкупался Darkseer.
Ёлки.
И вот, не знаю насчет Бруды.
3 байбека, что ли, потратили? Да, 3 байбека.
Да.
Ой, это много, 3 байбека. Понятно, что тоже большую цену они заплатили за вот эти вот убийства на команде Астер. Поэтому, в общем-то, и не вышли вперед после этого замеса. Очевидно. Опа, вот это быстрое инициирование. Сайлор, отличная коса. Бруда 130 секунд. Вообще, это что за цифры такие?
Это 21 уровень. Это третий ульт Некрофоса.
30 секунд. Вау.
Это как кулдаун на чем? Примерно на големе. Не очень хороший врыв, но тем не менее.
Слип. Торнадо. Но получает топор от Роджера.
Получил топор, Вуконг коммент пошел.
Палочка неплохая,
Нучик дерется тоже, Нучик дерется в...
Она тоже дерется. Рамзес здесь, после байбека уже Сайлор продолжает набивать, Сайлор набивать. Нужно его переезжать, нужно его убивать. Сайлор мало здоровья остается, палка, дай. Минусует его Фурион. Таверне, правда, от Сайлора.
Важный байбек потратили на Бруде, и теперь, в принципе, такая ситуация, что если Бруда умрет, то почти все будут без байбеков, да. То есть, Морф, по-моему, еще, да, имеет байбек в запасе, у него нет кулдауна, но, в общем, тревожно.
Да, вот проблема в том, что всех этих драк Virtus.pro тратят байбеки. Вот, это жестко. А ребята из Астер байбеки не тратят.
Сейчас это было совершенно обоснованно. Была драка под Т2, сразу после выкупа прилетела Бруда и разобралась с Манки Кингом.
Но тогда не должен был погибать No1. Потому что они вроде как раскатили, уже все было хорошо, Манки Кинг был один. Но Ван дрался до последнего и погиб. Это
было двойной соло.
Ой, соло?
Не попал немножко торнадо, но ничего страшного.
Стон, кстати, натерпел на агоним себя. Нормально, Ньюки будет кидать. Главное ему первым не подставляться под эти врывы от Акса, например. А то уж слишком быстро отлетает инвокер, мягкий персонаж. Но 2000 преимущества за командой Астер, 32-20 пока. Уверенный топ-1 Сайлор по фарму, 18-500, он байбеки не тратил, у него полный порядок, убивать его сложно, убивают его двое. 2 кор-героя команды ВП.
Ну, пока что 16 уровень, на самом деле, инвокера, его... На более высоких уровнях, с катаклизмом, уже с талантами на такие апгрейженные по-хорошему скиллы. Особенно хорошо контрастирует, допустим, инвокер 16-17 и Бруда, которая почти 25-я, да, то есть... конечно, пару хороших драк. Так что это такое, что делает соло?
Глиммер Кейп, на этой надежде.
Хороший шанс, но... А теперь... Знаешь, как это? В Мстителях кто-то без своего костюма.
Да.
Тони Старк. Кто-то без Глиммер Кейпа, да, то есть кто-то после... Обычного тоста. Немножко капусты рубает здесь. XXS, и вот скоро уже довольно Рошан должен упасть, по идее.
Да.
Удачно его прочекал, и вот, собственно, он
должна быть инфа. Или нет, Астра не прочекали, что ли? Паучок, есть информация о Virtus.pro, но они без соло, они вчетвером в численном меньшинстве. А Астра
соло точно помощник. Он дает ульт, как бы, да, он дает ульт, он может, по идее, тушит линию, пока идет драка, но на больше, мне кажется, он пока не способен.
Но какие-то спруты оградить персонажа, не подпустить его, может быть.
В идеале, да.
Знаешь, это такой герой, как Шейкер, там, с фиссуры, например, вот спруты. Вот если грамотно поставить, можно, на самом деле, очень неплохо драку перевернуть. Тоже очень важно.
Да, можно в конце будет спруты на свой трон ставить. Вот это то, ради чего брали.
Так, и, кстати, просто пошел в наглую. Здорово, Рамзес. Бьет его с руки, МК здесь, палка мимо. Торнадо тоже не туда, залетел тут хорошо, очень плохо. И, ой, фитскрип хватили, спить надо, как сбивает-то, залетает палка без байбека. 160 секунд.
Это ГГ. Это просто ГГ. И Дарксир еще умрет. Дарксир умирает, все,
Что это за цифры? Дота 2.
Это ГГ.
160 секунд.
Морф соло не заделит пятерых.
Но я думаю, что... Они должны знать, что байбека нет, кстати говоря.
Как? Только что же был байбек. Если они этого не знают, я даже сложно.
Но то почему они гонятся за Нованом?
Они хотят... крипы очень далеко по этой линии. Крипы очень далеко по... но есть крипы вот по этой линии, поэтому сейчас будут заходить.
Там не просто крипы, там еще 2 катапульты. Плюс ко всему, ой-ой-ой.
2 катапульты.
Слушай, они только одну линию могут сломать. В трон же не пойдут? Или пойдут?
Я, честно говоря, тир 4 один бы хотя бы сломал.
Тир 3
Чем они рискуют? Дэмэдж-дилера нет, до Дарксира еще 40 секунд, Акс появится. Вот, соло сейчас будет угощать